2, 1, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Back again for another part 5 of Axiom Verge. We are on part 5 because YouTube went down for about 2 hours ago, and they were down for about an hour and a half, roughly. So my live stream got cut. And fortunately, I caught it. Otherwise, I'd have continued live streaming because, unfortunately, when you're live streaming, even if you're monitoring, it doesn't just disconnect you. It'd be nice if YouTube would disconnect you to, when they go down, so you know to kind of check things. So a lot of my playthrough from the previous stream is lost, unfortunately. But I only streamed for an hour and a half, and it looks like about 45 minutes got recorded, so not too much lost. So anyways, we'll continue on with part 5. So I found another area but it doesn't look like I can proceed forward. So we're going to go ahead and investigate a couple of other areas and see if we get anything else that might be an upgrade. But we're making some pretty good headway tonight versus some of the other versus yesterday. Yesterday was so much back and forth running around and kind of stuck. I should have probably gone online and just looked shit up. But I don't like doing that. I like to try to figure things out on my own. I don't agree with a lot of the design, or not necessarily design choices, but well, I guess it would be considered a design choice as far as the implementation of locating items in the game and things like that. Because yes, it's nice to go through the game, search for things, and have aha moments, as what I talked a little bit about in the previous stream. Don't know if it made it in the stream or not. And it is nice, you know, it's nice to have that payoff. It's like Easter when you're running around looking for Easter eggs and you find, you know, an Easter egg, and maybe have one with, you know, a little extra goodies or something, maybe like $20 or something like that in the Easter egg, and it's kind of like that aha moment, like, oh yeah, this is great. But the way the developer designed some of these Easter eggs, it's not an aha moment. It's almost kind of like, fuck you. You know, this is not cool. Now there are some aha moments in the game that are really, really cool. But there's also a lot that are just like, really, you know? I think I gotta go back to the previous, yeah, it's the other, This is a great game, though, but it's not without its problems. But it is a great game. I definitely still recommend it. Actually, I'd only recommend it based off what I've played so far if you're okay going back and forth between, you know, worlds or maps or whatever you want to call it. If you're fine with that, then by all means, you know, check this game out. But if that's not something that you're wanting to do, might not be the game for you. Or you could get it and just go online and look up where you're supposed to go. I haven't had to look up anything yet as far as where I'm supposed to go, but I did get stuck because I was not aware that you could use the teleport feature to go through energy beams. So to a certain extent, there is a bit of satisfaction of knowing that I've been able to get this far without having to go online, because there have been a lot of people that have not been able to do that. So I guess I'm should be grateful for the old school Nintendo conditioning me the way they had. That's nice, but you're still kind of stuck. I have a map off to the side here just to kind of like show me the full scope, so I know it helps me from having to go back and forth, but no spoilers, unfortunately. And the only way to really get it is, if you wanted to get spoilers, is to actually watch somebody play through it, because there's some walkthroughs, I believe. But this isn't a game that you can really just go to a walkthrough and read, because there's so much to it. You're either going to get through it or you're not. Or, like I said, well, actually, you could go on forums. That's how I found out about the energy beam. Like this over here. So, I didn't know that you could teleport through these energy walls or whatever. Fortunately, I was able to get into the forum, get my answer, and get out without any spoilers. This game does have a great storyline to it, from what I've seen so far. I think that the drill also increases in power as you power up your weapons, because when you first get it, it takes a little while to get through, and now it's just like ripping through the brick. I could be wrong, but that's the way it feels like. So it seems to be a little bit faster, which is cool. Crap. This grappling hook is pretty bad on the mechanics. Let's see if we can... Apparently there's something in here. No, it doesn't look like we can get through this. wonder. Try something. Maybe I can glitch this thing out. I don't think that's gonna work either. We'll try it. Oh, hey, Roman. No, I can't. This game is very inconsistent. So, the majority of the game, you can only teleport through things that are 1 block thick. So, like, one of these beams would be considered like 1 block. And that's what it even says, like, in the notes. However, I found one situation in the game where you actually do teleport through more than 1 block. And if I try to use it, it just doesn't work. A bit inconsistent. Did you notice how YouTube went down? It just came back up a few minutes ago. It's pretty crazy. But I have made some headway today. So some of the footage from my earlier stream is probably lost from the outage. But they fixed it pretty quick. I mean, I think it was down for about an hour and a half. I mean, I guess I say that's pretty quick. It's not like it was 10 or 15 minutes, but usually like an outage that, you know, disables an entire system like that, usually it takes a lot longer than that. Alright, so where to go next? So I'm thinking of heading over to another map because I've cleared this entire map except for the 2 areas to the left, which I can't get through with my current setup. So I need some other gear. Yeah. It was really weird. I'm glad that I caught it because I was just streaming, and unfortunately you don't get any kind of notification if YouTube goes down. So I was like, crap. So some of my footage got lost. Fortunately, I caught it in time because I had to check something. So I think I only lost like 30-45 minutes of footage, but at least it wasn't like 3 or 4 hours worth. Trying to make comparisons of the map. Actually, I can go through that one area. I have a big map off to the side that I'm using, so I don't have, because I can't, look at the entire map on here. It only gives you a section of the map. Now you can toggle between them, but it's not the best implementation of a mapping system in my opinion. Oh, I was finally able to get through this stuff. I don't think you were able to. I got these super bombs, so they clear out this area here, and then just use the drone to go through. I already got what's in there. Yeah, well, once it came up, I have them on Twitter, so that's how I was able to find out that they were back up. But I agree, it would be nice to, you know, have some kind of notification, an email. They didn't even email us to let us know. Man, today was just as cold as yesterday. I actually had to bust out my winter clothes. Yesterday I didn't do that. I just wore shorts and a t-shirt. And then I got up today, it was still cold. I was like, yep, gonna have to bust out my winter clothes. I'm actually okay with the cold. I'm just not good with cold and wet. Like rain. I still prefer the heat though. I still prefer a warmer climate. But cold and rain, yeah, I don't care for it. I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom and see if I can get through there, because that I believe is, oh no, I need to go to the right. Let me go to the right first and then we'll do the bottom. I don't really think there's a point to it, but we'll do it anyways. They look like broccoli.
Boy!
That's the worst. When it's that cold and it's trying to snow and it's wet and rainy, it's dangerous. It's very unpleasant. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to equip my other... Okay, so like there's this barrier here, but now that I got that bomb that I showed you, I can clear it out. It doesn't look like there's really any point. Oh, I thought I got this already. I guess I didn't. Oh, there's another one. So there was more than one place to glitch out or bomb out. That's why I was telling you, you know, be careful, you know, when you're going to work and all that. Take your time. Not that I need to probably tell you that, but other people on the road, they just drive crazy. Oops. I feel fortunate that at a young age I experienced and learned to respect the rain when driving because of the accidents that I've been involved with. Because had I not learned that, I might have been irresponsible and gotten to a serious accident and hurt myself or somebody else. Guess I could throw the drone up there. I think I've already been up there. Yeah, I think I already got what was up here. Basically what happened, I was riding with somebody who was driving, and they weren't driving recklessly, not really. And we were on the highway and we started to hydroplane, and we lost control and spun around and slammed into the wall, and then somebody else hit us from behind. Like I said, I wasn't driving. I was, I think, maybe 16 or so. But it was a very scary moment, and as much as I, nobody, I don't think anybody got hurt. I know I didn't get hurt, and my friend didn't get hurt, and the other people behind us, I don't think they got hurt, but cars were pretty much destroyed. But we were lucky, very lucky. So ever since then, I've kind of had, like, I don't know if I'd go as far as to say PTSD, but I definitely respect the rain. I drive like a grandma in the rain. That's how bad it is. Alright, so we've gone through that, so I guess we can go all the way down to the bottom now. But if the weather's dry, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have a little bit of a lead foot. Not as bad as it used to be. I actually drive a lot closer to the speed limit now than what I used to. Before, I would always drive 10, 15 miles an hour over the limit, just in the regular city, not on the highway. Highway's a little different story. Now I actually drive pretty close to the speed limit. If I speed at all, it's usually no more than like 5 miles over the limit.
Boy!
I was in another accident. Again, I wasn't driving. I was with a friend, and he had just had like he was very emotional. He just like had a big fight with his girlfriend, and this guy was kind of he was kind of wild behind the wheel, and we were driving. I don't think we were drinking. I don't think so. I know I wasn't, and I don't think he was either. And anyways, we were driving on like one of these back country farm roads, and well, he was driving, I was in the passenger seat, and he was in one of these, damn, I forget the name of the car, but it was a 2-seater, and he was speeding. It was raining, and there was fog, and we probably shouldn't have been going any faster than 30 or 35 miles an hour. But he was doing, I don't exactly recall, but my guess, probably like 60, 70 miles an hour. Well, we were going so fast, there was like a dip in the road that we couldn't see. And we actually kind of like skipped the dip in the road, hit it, and it launched us, and we flipped. and we tumbled over into the ditch. And again, he didn't get hurt, I didn't get hurt. Well, I mean, we were sore, we had bruising, you know, from the seatbelt, but we didn't like have broken bones or anything. And I don't think we had any cuts. I don't recall ever having any cuts. But again, not a very good experience, and it was in the rain. And I've had other accidents in the rain. I mean, I got a whole list of them. I've only been in one accident that I was driving that technically by law I'd have been at fault for, but in all honesty, I felt the person in front of me was at fault, because they always say if you're in the rear, it's your fault. But what happened was, I was driving on the highway. I was driving pretty slow. I was only going 35, 40 miles an hour. And I had quite a bit of space between me and the person in front of me. And their rear lights were out. And they weren't working. So I noticed that I was starting to come up kind of close to the person. Excuse me. And then I noticed that I was really coming up close, so fast, even though I was only going about 35, 40 miles an hour, and this was on the highway, that if I didn't put on my brakes, I was going to hit them. And sure enough, I ended up having to floor my brakes because they slammed on their brakes. I didn't know that they had slammed on their brakes. Why? Because their rear brake lights weren't working to let me know that they were braking. The only way that I knew that they were braking is because I was getting closer to them. But it was, you know, usually you can tell, you have like that alertness from the brake lights. Okay, they're braking, so it lets you know, okay, hey, I need to kind of back off a little bit too. I didn't have that warning. So I had two choices: rear end them and hit them, total their car and my car, or try to have some kind of maneuverability. So I attempted to maneuver, and I ended up hitting the wall on the side of the highway. So I didn't get hurt. My car was destroyed. Nothing happened to them. They just kept on driving. And yeah, so that was my experience with driving in the rain. In my opinion, I felt that person was at fault because their car was not operating to standards. Their lights should have been working. Had their lights been working, that would not have happened. And unfortunately, you know, I didn't think to have cameras to, like, because this was years and years ago. That's how I saw it as well. You know, I felt that, like, I wish, knowing with, you know, GoPros that we have now, I could have actually recorded it, taken a photo, and then gone and sued them later. I could have done that, but that technology wasn't available then. So, but that also, again, happened in the rain. Actually, I am in the right spot. So those are just some of the few experiences in the rain that I've had. There's more than that, but I just haven't had very good experiences in the rain and driving, so I try not to do it. I know I've been down here already, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything different than what I have already tried. I don't think I can bring him down here. But I am kind of grateful that I had some of those earlier experiences because I was not the most responsible driver in my youth. I had more tickets than I can ever count. I'm surprised I never lost my license. I had so many speeding tickets. But I never sped in the rain. That was the only time I would actually slow down. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But sometimes, unfortunately, you have to drive in the rain. Especially, you got work, you got to get to work or whatever. But yeah, it's not good. All right. So there is something down here. Because I actually show it on my map. Pull it up again. I can't pull it up. And you can also tell that there's no border. So there is some way to get through down here. It's possible. Let me go ahead and go back. So, and the only way down there is from the top. There's no way of coming up and around from the bottom. So I imagine there's some kind of yeah, that didn't do anything. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. So I guess this map is pretty much cleared except for that one spot. So I need some kind of ability or tool or something to get through that. Same thing with this area. So I guess we can move on to the next map, which would be Z. I think it'll be faster to go up instead of all through there. Actually, we can look at Z right now. Z is... yeah, Z is completely cleared, so I don't need to go to Z. Kerr, on the other hand, we could go back to. There is some spots in Kerr that I guess we're going back there. So it'd be faster to go up. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, there's no teleporter in this game, so you gotta go all the way the fuck back. That's one of my biggest complaints about this game, is having to backtrack all the way through it. It's very time consuming, and you're doing that throughout the whole game. You know, I don't mind doing backtracking. I mean, God of War had some of that, but what was cool about God of War is you backtrack once, maybe twice at the most. This game, you're backtracking multiple times. I mean, I don't even know how many times I've backtracked in this game, and it gets pretty old. A simple solution: put a teleporter in each map so you can go to the teleporter and teleport from one map to another. That would have been a good solution to that. And I wouldn't be complaining. Alright, so we gotta go all the way up and take the tram. We'll take the tram back to Kerr. The story is really good.
Boy!
I have another game called Metroid Samus Returns, which is what this game was kind of derivative from. And there's teleporters in that game. So I will, at some point, I'd like to stream that. And that website that said that this game could be completed in 12 to 13 hours is full of shit. You can do that if you're cheating and you know exactly where everything's at and you know where to go. But if it's your first playthrough, don't know where to go and the mechanics of the game, good luck doing it in 12 to 13 hours. Even if you're a veteran with these types of games, which I kind of am to a certain extent, even though I'm drastically out of practice, you're not going to beat this in 12 to 13 hours. Crap, I think I went the wrong way.
Boy!
Well, I try to use that website. It's called How Long to Beat. That's the name of the website. And basically, one of the things I do when I'm researching a video game before I buy it, I like to look at how long it takes to complete. Because it's not even so much as a buying mechanism, but it's also like what game I want to play next. Like that Castlevania type game that I played the other day. That game was real short. Only took 3 hours to complete. I would have actually preferred it to be longer. I would have preferred it to be like 6, maybe 8 hours, something like that. So 3 hours is like kind of short. I think this is... I'm trying to get back to the tram. But one of the reasons I use that website is I try to judge when I'm buying a game. I look at reviews. First, I look at the cost of the game. I look and obviously the type of game. I look at reviews. Go to Metacritic, watch YouTube videos, and then I go to How Long to Beat, and then I weigh how much the game costs, and then I kind of make the determination off that. Now I know I made the exception when it came to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but I made a very poor judgment call and assumption that that game was going to be great based off the previous 2 games, because both games were good. I don't know if I call them great, but they were good enough to where I thought that Shadow was going to be even better. In my opinion, I was definitely wrong about that. Looks like there's a spot over here to go up. Huh. I don't know why I haven't investigated this yet. Oh, you can ride these things. Okay. Well, I guess we'll check out this area. Oh, okay, another health bar. Don't know if I can make that jump. Nope. Alright, so I'll throw my drone up there. It looks like there's more. Yep, there's a note up there. We're in a... Oh, okay. I can actually come from the top, but I'd have to go all the way around and down. We could try that. We're already here. Yeah, there's a note up there for sure. But I don't think there's any particular way to get there here. So we'll have to... I was thinking about what you said about Angry Joe, because I think I misunderstood you last night. I misread, and I think what you were trying to say is that you're familiar with Angry Joe, but you're also familiar that most of his reviews are kind of negative. When I first discovered Angry Joe, I did not like him at all. Because he was, well, like you say, he was talking very negative about games. And I didn't understand what he was doing. I thought he was just being a troll. I thought he was just making YouTube videos about games he had played and just shitting on every game. Now, I complain about games too, but I also talk about the good points. You know, I try to talk, you know, the stuff I really like and, of course, stuff I don't like. And when I discovered Angry Joe, that's not what I got from him. I got a different vibe, that he was more like, just like I said, kind of like a troll and just shitting on developers and games in general. And it wasn't until later that I discovered that that's a character he's playing for the most part. Like, he's not actually really like that in real life. And it's more of like an entertainment value thing. And that kind of brings me back to what I told you about when we first kind of met on YouTube, that most people like to go to live streams of people who are entertaining, you know, one way or another. And a lot of people that get all crazy and outlandish on their YouTubes or their live streams, people gravitate to that. And he learned to use that as kind of a tool by creating that character that he kind of plays as Angry Joe. I don't know if you're familiar with Boogie2988, but he has this character named Francis. It's a little bit different, but yeah. I'm not trying to like justify him. I'm just letting you know that's not really who he is. It's just kind of an act. And I won't say that everything he says about the games in his review is all an act either. He puts it out there. He just doesn't sugarcoat things. And once I kind of got his number and I started to understand where he was coming from, I was just like, okay, it became more acceptable to me. I will say this, though. He is not a reviewer that I would recommend for everybody, because there are some people that are more casual gamers. And if you're a casual gamer, he's probably not the best person to look at for a game review, because he's going to tell you like everything that he can, good and bad, about the game. And a casual gamer, a lot of times casual gamers are a lot more flexible. They're a lot more forgiving for video game developers, and they're just not going to be as upset and about certain things that happen in video games. And it usually, I find, and this is where I get where Joe's coming from, he's upset because he's experienced gameplay from, you know, and development from better developers that have far less resources. I'm not really putting it in the best context as far as my narrative, but I guess that's why I get where Joe comes from on his reviews. That doesn't mean I agree with everything he says, though. Sometimes I just watch a review, even if I'm not interested in the game, just for the entertainment value. Because, you know, some of the things he does is kind of funny at times, in my opinion. But I think one of the concerns that you had about his review of Assassin's Creed Odyssey is, did he give it a review like he does his other reviews? And it's funny that you did ask that, because he did not. Apparently he had some technical trouble with the review, so he wasn't able to do the review like he normally did. So what he did do is he invited two of his other friends on, and they all three talked about the game, and it wasn't a normal Angry Joe rant, and they just gave their opinion of the game, how far they got in the game, whether they completed it. And I actually kind of liked it, because I think that the way he did that review is probably more appealing to people like yourself, because it was more objective and not so much of it wasn't just about information and trying to be entertaining. It was more about just being informative, and I think that is probably something that would be more to your liking. Oh, you know what? I might be able to do it with this. Yep. Okay. So... Nope, this is the wrong way. I gotta keep going up. Ah! I think the more a person plays video games, the higher the standards become. And I've noticed that even with myself, and I'll use an example here. So I've played God of War, completed it several times. I've played part of Horizon Zero Dawn, and both of those games are friggin' amazing. They have problems, but for the most part, they're amazing. When I went to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn, but I was expecting it to be similar to the previous games. And it was just so bad that I was just like, man, and I kind of felt like God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn kind of ruined me, because I had such high standards from those games, and those are older games. And then we get Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and they're raving about all these great things that it has and all these things that you can do that you couldn't do before. And I was, I go to play, and it's like, really? So I get where Angry Joe comes from when he's angry about some games that make all these claims to deliver, and it doesn't.
Boy!
I'm surprised that he would review a Kingdom Hearts game, because that doesn't seem like a game that he would review. I don't know, but I'll have to look that up. In fact, I'm going to do that now, because that's interesting. Because I would not imagine him to review a game like that. Okay, so he did actually do a review of it. Huh. I don't want to play it because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but... Actually, let me pull it up. Let me check out something real quick. Wow, I would have never thought that he would review, because that just doesn't come to strike me as a game that he would play. Oh, okay, not yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is another area where I might be able to get through. Nope, I can't. I was thinking maybe I could teleport through this floor, but it's too thick. Well, this is the way I look at it. A person can review a game all they want, but at the end of the day, if you buy the game and you're playing the game and you enjoy it... Oh, forgot to go back to the game. If you buy the game and you're enjoying the game, that's all that matters, is that you, as the consumer, are enjoying the game. If just because Joe doesn't like it, I mean, not that I need to tell you that, it doesn't really mean anything. But I generally like to go with certain reviewers who I generally have a consensus with on game mechanics and types of games. But even then, that's not foolproof. Ah! Come on. There is something over there. Maybe the other side? Maybe I can go through it from the other side? Nope. So you either go through the floor... actually, maybe able to go through the ceiling from this other room. Here. Yeah, I do not know how to get over there. There is something over there. But as far as getting in there, I don't know. The game doesn't even tell you to do that. I just happened to find that on accident. I've already gotten everything in here. I can maybe shoot my drone up there. Let's try that again. Oh, I think I've already been up there. Looks like I might have already been up there. Yeah.
Boy!
I'm thinking he probably reviewed it because he was paid to review it. Because it just doesn't look like a game that he would play. He's more into those shooters and different types of RPGs. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so... can't go up, so we'll continue. Apparently we can go down there, so let me I'm not gonna save yet because I don't want to have to come back over here. Ah, there we go. All right, we unlocked something. Got the note. Cool. Can't read it yet though. I'm not sure if you get something later that allows you to decipher it. already used that one. So. I don't think I can go with my current setup. I don't think I can go any further in here, so we'll continue on to that other zone. I know when I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, Angry Joe did a review, and one of my guildies was pissed at him because Angry Joe did this review of the game, and he totally ripped the game. And my friend was, he was mad because at the time I really didn't understand, what it was. So I went and watched it, and because he ripped it, basically put the game down really bad, he felt that he kind of hurt the game because other people look to Angry Joe, and since he's got this name and he's well known, if he says a game's not good, a lot of times people aren't going to bother. They put a lot of weight in his word. So my friend felt that was part of the reason why Elder Scrolls did so bad as far as, trying to be successful as an MMO, because Joe, put it down so badly, and a lot of people just didn't want to give it a fair chance.
Boy.
My green screen gets kind of whacked out because when there's a lot of green on the screen, it's reflecting back on me and it screws up the lighting. Only happens when it's green, though. Mortal Kombat is one of my all-time favorite games. My favorite of the franchise was the Mortal Kombat trilogy, because it was still 2D and it had all the characters. So you could play as the new Raiden, which is what Mortal Kombat 3 put out, and Mortal Kombat Ultimate, but you could also play as the original Raiden from the first game, and they did that with all the characters. So you had like all these characters plus the new ones. This is my favorite. I didn't really get into Street Fighter much. Not that I didn't like it, but it was only an arcade game, and I didn't have money to play arcade games. I just had like a Nintendo and would, rent games. So, but yeah, I can't even begin to tell you how many hours I dumped into Mortal Kombat. But I believe Street Fighter was the first of that genre. It was kind of like the pioneer. Mortal Kombat came later. I did play it at the arcade. It's not like I am not familiar with it and didn't play it at all. I definitely did. And as much as I did go to arcades, it wasn't really a thing for me because I just didn't like dumping quarters into a machine when I could just go home and play a game. These fucking things suck. I bet you there's another one that's gonna pop out here. What? What the fuck? I really don't like those things.
Boy!
Oh yeah, I remember Tekken. Yeah, I actually had Tekken. I think wasn't Tekken the first 3D fighting game? Like 3D where you could like play like, you know, like real 3D. I think that was the first 3D. And then Mortal Kombat made their version, which was Mortal Kombat 4. I still preferred the 2D version. Was your brother pretty good? There's something I want to check.
Boy!
Oh, okay. Well, Mortal Kombat, I love the design, the way they design the buttons and the moves and all that. I just thought that was a fantastic concept, the way they did that. I'd like to give off the facade that I was like this master or grandmaster at Mortal Kombat, but I was really good with certain characters because I was not... My friend, who I used to fight all the time, when we play the game, he wanted to master all the characters, and I stuck to 3. I stuck to Raiden, Scorpion, and Cyrex. And for the most part, I mastered them because every time I played him or anybody else, I very rarely ever lost. But there were other characters that, well, if we're playing like each other on the same characters, but there were other characters, like if I were to jump to like Nightwolf or Liu Kang, even though I understood the mechanics, like I'd get my butt kicked. Like I just couldn't compete. Okay, I have to come up and around on this, I believe. But now that there's online service and you can play Mortal Kombat online, you can actually fight and play with other people. Like, obviously you know that, but like as an esport, that's really cool. I'm not... I hate to use this saying, but I'm too old for that now. It's not really something that requires a level of reflexes and focus. I just don't have that anymore. Not to that level. I know if I picked it up, I could, get decent at it, but you know, there are kids today that they live and breathe it, and they're just phenomenally good at games like that. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that was kind of like how my friend was. He was really good with all the characters. I would have to say he was definitely better than myself because, in my opinion, if you're able to master every single character, you know, you're pretty much own the game. You're the best, you know. But that is a big time sink. You got to really invest a lot of time into a game like that to be able to get that good. Okay, I think. We found it. Found a secret passage. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Damn it. Got all excited. Yes, we're gonna make progress, and now we got a fucking another roadblock. Can't teleport through there. Can't throw my drone through there. So basically, that other room that we were in up above is connected with this room. It circles around. But this is definitely the way into that room. But you've got to figure out a way to break through these barriers.
Boy!
Yeah, it was fun. So, I should have asked you this. Did you have a favorite character that you like to play with? Okay, so we tried all the weapons on it, and weapons don't do anything. We tried the bombs, tried the disruptor. I don't know. until we can find something that will get us through those barriers, we can't teleport. Not yet, anyways. Maybe later.
Boy!
Sonya? Okay. Liu Kang and Raiden? You know, I always thought it was kind of weird why they kept changing the name of Raiden. I mean, the spelling of it. That's something, if I ever met Ed Boon, I would ask him, you know, why they changed it. Because there's Raiden the way you just spelled it, and then there's Raiden, R-A-Y-D-E-N, and then I think there was one other one as well. I got a lot of health. Alright, so we're going up, I guess. I don't know if I don't know if I cleared this barrier. I think I did. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. These things do a lot of damage. Oh, fuck. It put me all the way the fuck over here. Damn it.
Boy!
Yeah, that's what's crazy. It's like every character is awesome. You know, I mean, I don't want to say I never played with any other characters. I did. It's just I focused on Cyrex, Raiden, and Scorpion. But I played the other characters, and just, I loved them all. Like, every single character. Just cool. And the abilities, like, it's a very well-developed game. I was actually watching not too long ago the making of Mortal Kombat 3, and got to see like how, you know, the actors that came in and how they did, you know, how they created you know, some of the characters and whatnot. It was really, really cool. Oh, okay, cool. We're not too far. Actually, we're not that far from where we died. Damn it. Equipping. This thing does a lot of damage. I think I did break this barrier already, but we'll try it. Nope, I didn't. Cool. Whoa, whoa, what the hell are these things? I think I've already been in here, right?
Boy!
it's interesting because I was wondering when I told you they have the behind the scenes and the making of, because they use real actors for the actual characters in the game, and then they just kind of like tweak the graphical settings, the graphics of them. They take photos of the actors doing the moves, but when it came to the characters like Shiva and Montaro, those characters, they couldn't actually use actors, so what they had to do is they used stop motion puppets. And seeing them and how they did it is really, really cool. Because I didn't even think about that when I was watching. I was like, I'd totally forgotten about Shiva and Montaro, and I was like, well, they used real actors. How did they do that? And they talked about it. It was like, yeah, it was all stop motion. I was like, dude, that is awesome. I'm pretty sure I can get up there. It's going to be a little bit tricky, though. Not exactly sure. Nope. Wrong. Looks like I've already... Wait a minute. No, I haven't been in there. The only way in there is up this tree or whatever. Can't swing onto that ledge. If I could get on that ledge, I could get up there. Oh, wait a minute. can do? Okay, I think I know what I might be able to do. Nope. I was thinking maybe I could teleport up. But it won't let me teleport up. Ah, there we go. Got it. Awesome. But can I get up here? I think I've already been up here. I don't know. Yeah, I think I did come up here. Yeah, I have been in here. But the way I got up here, I don't think that's the way I did before. I don't know. I don't remember doing that. I don't know how I got up there the first time. Because I didn't do that. Oh, okay, so here's a good example. So, if you notice that wall that I'm standing next to is 2 bricks thick. Okay, normally to teleport, you can only teleport through 1 brick thick. So I was just in here and I was lost again, not knowing what the hell to do. And I think I used my little decryptor, whatever this thing's called. That didn't work. Then I started, I think I tried to drill, and that didn't work. And then I just accidentally did this and teleported. That's how fucking cryptic this goddamn game is. It's like, Jesus Christ. But I already got what was in here, so. I don't remember jumping on that tree, though. So I don't remember how I got up there. Yeah, I don't remember how I got up here. I mean, the first time. Maybe I did do this. I don't remember doing it, though. There are a crap load of weapons in this game. It's ridiculous how many weapons. And you really don't need this many weapons. It's a little bit overkill. The weapons, from what I've experienced so far, it's not like Metroid, and this is one of the things I loved about Metroid that unfortunately this game does not do, is you had to use certain weapons for certain bosses and certain mechanics. And it seems like, from what I've seen in this game so far, the developer just decided, okay, well, I'm going to make a bunch of different weapons, and the player can choose which weapon they like the most to use as they go through the game. There are certain weapons you have to use in certain situations, but for the most part, you don't even have to collect all the weapons to get through the game. In fact, I think there was a speed run that somebody did, and I think they just did it with just one specific weapon, and that was it. Okay, I know how to unlock that area. Well, I know how to where I'm supposed to come from that area, but I don't think I can get to it. Still need another item, I think. Go check anyways.
Boy!
Yeah, it's not, it's similar to the old school games, but it's got problems. For sure. I enjoyed like the first 6 hours. Not that I haven't enjoyed it anymore, but after the first 6 hours, it started to get kind of like frustrating. Like, really frustrating. Borderline to the point of not being fun. Like, I get what the developer's trying to do, you know. He's trying to, because this is developed by one guy, he's trying to obviously get you to go through the game and find your little Easter eggs and have these aha moments to give that reward feeling, but he didn't do it right. Yeah, he didn't do it right. It's a good attempt. It's definitely a good attempt. I would love to talk to the developer of this, because definitely to make just a few small tweaks to the game to make it even better, because he's working on a sequel. So. But I have to give the guy credit. For somebody who developed this on their own, it is pretty damn good. I mean, I grew up on these games, so... And they were, even as frustrating as they were, they're still like my favorite types of games as a kid to play. I know there was a note that I couldn't get to. I think it's might be in one of the other areas. Yeah, I think it's in the... Going further up. Based off what I played so far, the few changes I'd make is give teleporters in the game, change the mechanics of the grappling hook to work like Bionic Commando. Let me show you Bionic Commando real quick. Now, don't judge the graphics, because the graphics are seriously outdated. I muted the sound, but so Bionic Commando had this grappling hook that he would use, and it was really cool because what you would do is you would press the button you would aim and press the button where you wanted the grappling hook to connect to, and it also, you could retract it, so just like you can in this game, but when you press the button, you had to hold it in order to stay connected to whatever you grappled to. And then when you released it, you would let go of, you know, whatever you were grappled to. And then if you let go, then you could immediately fire it off again. And what was great about that is you could actually have, let me get to a better video spot where it's showing more grappling. So this will probably have some. So there were spots in the game where you could actually swing from one spot to another and do multiple swings connected. Now there's one mechanic that they're showing here with this grappling hook where, so he did like a swing and then he grappled. Like, you could actually do multiple grappling hook swings, and you can't do that in this game, not like that. And all he would have to do is just change the way the button mechanic works. That's all he would have to do to fix that. It's just basically have it where you hold it to stay connected and you release it to detach. It's that simple, and it would drastically improve the gameplay experience on this. Let me see if I could get to, because there's, as you progress through this game, through Bionic Commando, it gets obviously more difficult. And the grappling, I remember there was one spot in the game where you're just doing a bunch of grappling. I wish I could find a spot where you do multiple grapples. So that's okay, this is a good example, sort of. So this is a boss in this game. So you have to use the grappling hook to grapple onto the boss and then grapple onto another part and then attack a certain area of the boss. And you can't do that with the, well, I don't know. I haven't fought all the bosses in this game, but had he done a grappling hook like this, it would have been phenomenal. I mean, it'd been, you know, really, really awesome. Anyways, I've harped on that too much, but So put in teleporters, fix the grappling hook, similar to what we just saw. Also, when you upgrade or when you get an upgrade in the game, give notes of what the upgrade can do. Because when I got the teleporter, I did not know I could teleport through energy fields. I had to go and look that up because I was stuck in the game. That's the only time I've been completely stuck. And I actually went online to get help with that. So you could still be vague, but put in something to kind of help the player, a point in the right direction. And he doesn't do that at all in this game. Also, when you are maybe have it to where when you're using this decoder, have it to where you can aim it and reveal hidden areas. Almost like a see-through mechanism or something like that. That, or make it, maybe that might be too much because then you'd be able to reveal hidden areas. I don't know. That would have to, you kind of have to play around with that because that's not so simple because you don't want it to be too easy to the point where you're just revealing everything and then you already know. So that you'd have to play around with. You could maybe play around with it with upgrades. Like maybe you get it and it reveals certain hidden areas, but not all. And as you upgrade it, it allows you to reveal more hidden areas. A reward system for the player. But he doesn't do any of that in this game. And then another thing I would change is make the weapons specific for specific bosses for specific mechanics. Because you have all these weapons, but you don't need them. You really don't need them. Like, I've literally played this whole game with mostly this weapon here. I've mostly played this with this weapon. Very rarely I'll switch to this weapon for just a couple of enemies that just get annoying. You do need this weapon in the beginning of the game to unlock certain energy fields, but after that it's not needed. So it kind of makes getting all these weapons, I wouldn't say pointless, but just almost, because it sucks because you get all these weapons but you don't need them. It would be nice to have them and be able to put them to use. So that's the feedback so far from playing this game that I would give him. Of course, I would try to word it in a better narrative so it doesn't come off like Angry Joe, like you suck, your game sucks, because it doesn't suck. The game is good. It just has problems. And I think with some of that kind of feedback might help him with the development of the next game. Like Horizon Zero Dawn, there's only two things I can think of in that game that bug the hell out of me. Number one, the weapon swapping. But I'm more of a PC gamer and we have a better system for weapon swapping. So I would prefer a weapon swap option to a specific button. Like, even on some console games, you can bind favorite weapons to the D-pad and you could just hit the D-pad and swap to specific weapons. I kind of get why they did what they did with Horizon Zero Dawn, because it's console. So to a certain extent, I get it. So that's why I'm not too harsh about it, but I really don't like that system. The other thing that I would love to see, actually there's two other things, so there's three things. When you're out about in the world and you see all these plants and things that you can harvest, it would be nice to be able to go into a menu and turn on specific plants that you want to look for. So let's say I need medicine and I don't need any other plants to harvest at that specific time. It'd be cool to turn on a filter system So I can look just for medicine, or just look for arrow stalks, that way when you're out looking around and you see all these plants, you can see from a distance, oh, there's some over there. But you don't know that, so you're running around, you get to a specific point, and it's not what you need. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well on that. So just a filter system for that. And then also, when you're in the main menu of Horizon Zero Dawn, change it to where it'd be easier if I was in the game to pull it up to actually show you, but and God of War was real bad about this. The enchants and the upgrades for your weapons, have it all consolidated into one area, not multiple areas. It's redundant, it's inefficient, it's poor game design. God of War did it too, and in fact God of War was even worse than Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn actually did it better, even though it's still a bad system. Other than that, it's a perfect game so far from what I've played. Those are the only and those are things that are not really that bad. I can live with them. I can still very much enjoy the game. They're definitely not deal breakers by any means, even though there's those problems. Yeah, exactly. Things like that. But like I said, to a certain extent, I'm a little forgiving with Horizon, because that game was designed for console. And I'm primarily a PC gamer, so I'm used to PC game development mechanics, because the majority of PC games have mechanics like that. So when you go back to console, it's like taking steps backwards. As egotistical as that probably sounds, and I don't mean it to be that way. It's just you want to take step forwards, not backwards, generally for game development. But it's hard to do that for console games, because you have a controller and you only have so many buttons on a controller. Whereas PC gaming, it's pretty much unlimited, because you got shift keys and all kinds of things you can do. But with the Steam software, which I can bring up and kind of show you, the Steam software, you can go in and you can put shift keys in the button configs. So it's like you can use a controller and get the benefits of a keyboard and mouse, but on PC. Unfortunately, you cannot do that with console yet. And the reason why, and I get it, is because they want to keep it simple, because at the end of the day, most people, I shouldn't say most, I'll say a lot of people, people that are more used to console gaming, they want to turn on their controller and just play the game. They don't want to be messing around with moving buttons around and fine-tuning controls and things like that. They just want to play the game and play it as is. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Play it how whatever works for you. But it becomes a problem when you have PC gamers trying to come back to console and play console games, like I've done this year. Because in all honesty, if I had a choice to pick between console and PC gaming, as great as Horizon is, as great as God of War is, if I had to choose between one or the other, I would stick with PC gaming. I couldn't commit to console, even though they put out those great games. At the end of the day, what I would love to see a unification, but I shouldn't say it'll never happen, but it's highly unlikely that it will happen, because let's be real, if that were to happen, companies like Sony and Xbox is not a big deal, but for Sony it is, because a lot of their bread and butter comes from the physical console sales. I personally would rather them get rid of the console, focus on R&D, research and development, and develop games, and just go full-fledged PC gaming, because people could do this. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but people could do this. I'm sure you've heard of this. The Steam Machine. Let's see if there's just a short trailer that you can watch. Now, this isn't short, but...
And I bought a Steam Machine.
So,
Total of all games,
a long time
DLC,
ago...
microtransactions, and
Let
all
me go
that
ahead and
stuff.
mute it, so I can give you just the cliff notes. So, a few years ago, Steam made a console. It was basically a PC, and you could play all your console games, or excuse me, all your PC games on a machine that was basically a console, and you hooked it up to your TV. Had this worked, it would have basically paved the road to get rid of consoles altogether, and all these console companies could then focus more on just making games, and we would just have one system. Even though it's a PC, they don't call it a PC, but that's what it is. It would unify it, and we would just have one system. And the reason why I promote this is because at that point, we wouldn't have to be buying all these different systems. We would just have one system, and all these game developers could focus on developing games for one specific system. It would unify it, and it would allow for better games to be developed, and it just I'm not really wording this properly, but it would take gaming from being divided and just unify it to where we all could play games on one system. So we could be playing God of War on PC, we could be playing Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, and you don't have to be a tech to actually play it, because you could play it on these PC consoles. Unfortunately, it had bad marketing, and it just didn't work out. So I wish what they should have done, they should have waited, because that was another thing. They put it out too soon. They put it out at a time when the PS4 was peaking. The PS4 had just come out. It had already been out a couple of years, and it was kind of on the rise and at its peak. And so was the Xbox. Had they waited till now, like right now would be the perfect time to do it, because the PlayStation 5 isn't due out for 2 more years. It's not due out for 2 more years. If they would have done it now, I think it would have had much better success chance. Yeah. So ideally it would, because the main reason console gamers are playing console is because of cost and simplicity. It's cheaper than buying a full-fledged gaming system or building a full-fledged gaming system, and it allows for, you know, people who have console, they can just basically turn on their game and jump right in and play. But what Steam did is, with Steam Machine, it did those things. It actually did those things. But they didn't market it right, and they launched it at the worst time possible. Because the PS4, was just, people were already on the bandwagon of console, and with the PS4 just being fairly new and having all these great games, it couldn't compete, so it failed. I think if we were to have some PC exclusives that were on the level of like God of War, and we had the Steam Machine launch like today, like right now, I think they would have had a lot more success and a lot more potential to unifying consoles, and quite possibly kill the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox and just basically unify it. And then everybody is buying a Steam Machine, which is literally, it's a PC, but it's like a console, And you could do the same thing. You could literally turn it on, press a button, and jump right into your game, but be able to play PC games and console games. I'm very passionate about it because I feel that console gaming has held back gaming as a whole. And I got into a big debate about this with GamerAnx, because they did a video on it not too long ago. And I went to college for this stuff. I took economics for this stuff. So, I don't talk about this because I'm trying to be a fanboy for PC gaming. If the tables were turned, I'd be saying the same thing. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care what platform I'm playing on. I care about the gaming experience and the accessibility to those games. But when I'm forced to have to go and buy another system, specifically a system that is inferior, yeah, that doesn't make me happy at all. That's very much like what Apple did. And some console gamers, would call me a hater of console, and it's not that. It's not that simple. I'm not a hater of like the console because I grew up on console. I told you this story. I started with PC, then I went to console. But having to buy these proprietary systems, because that's what it is. It's a proprietary system to give you access to those games. But console gamers, because they're uneducated in that, they don't understand that. They're too hooked on, like, for example, if I was a console fanboy and I was on the PlayStation 4 bandwagon and I had played God of War, Spider-Man, or Horizon Zero Dawn, I'd be probably defending console and saying, no, console's the best, But that's because they're looking at the games. They're not looking at what the companies are doing to force them to buy their hardware to have access to those games. Because they're not educated in the economics of it. And that's why I get mad. It's because they're just not educated in it. Exactly. Unify it so everybody can, because here's the thing. Here's one of the beautiful things that if that did happen, if we got rid of consoles altogether and we just had one system that we could play on. I mean, Apple did it. Apple is no longer Apple anymore. Their PC systems running Linux. That's what they are. So, because for the longest time, Apple was their own proprietary systems, and you had to buy their hardware, even though they were running Linux. That's what was great about the Steam machine. You have a valid point, but the Steam machine was actually comparable to console prices, because what console companies have tried to push onto console players is that they have to go and buy these real expensive gaming machines in order to play PC games. Nothing could be further from the truth. That is so misleading. I almost consider it propaganda to a certain extent. You do not have to go and spend hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of dollars to get a gaming PC to play PC gaming. You only need to do that if you want to have, to have the highest and latest and greatest graphic settings. And even then, it still doesn't guarantee you anything. I have one of the best systems in PC gaming right now, and I can load up, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I'm still not going to be able to max out all the settings on it. It's just not true. But you could buy or build a gaming system just basically what the Steam machine is, and you can play at 1080p with average settings that are going to look perfectly fine and get a great gaming experience and pay the same amount of what you're going to get from console. Now, I know the argument's going to be, but console can play in 4K. No, it can't. It is complete bullshit. The PlayStation 4 Pro does not play in 4K. You do your homework, go on YouTube, and you can look it up. It does not play in 4K. It is what is known as checkerboard 4K. It is not real 4K. On top of that, you can't play in 60 FPS. Like my games on my PC, I can play 4K at 60 FPS, but that's because my gaming rig is a high-end gaming rig. I've spent hundreds of dollars to be able to do that, but you don't have to do that as a console gamer. That's what's great about PC gaming. If you have the money, you can do that, but you're not forced to do that. At least it gives you options. That's what is so beautiful about PC gaming. But console gamers, they're mostly uneducated, and some of them are uneducated not necessarily by choice on that matter, but because they just don't know any better. But some of them purposely choose to be uneducated. It's like they try to justify console gaming and try to spread propaganda about PC gaming to make console gaming look better. It's awful, because at the end of the day, gamers as a whole get hurt. Oh, okay, maybe I can do that. Nope. Oh, crap. I forgot how to get up there. I mean, honestly, what I wouldn't give to be able to play Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War in true 4K at 60 FPS or higher.
Boy.
Oh, man. It'll happen once an emulator is developed that can do it. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Forgot to tab back over. Change weapons. That's so much better. Ah, crap. Oh, okay, I got it. All right. Sorry, I know I went on a huge rant there. It's just I'm very passionate about it because, like, I feel like console gamers have been lied to for a very long time, and it sucks. And the thing is some of them believe it. It's almost like politics. It's like, I don't do politics, but it's almost like that. Like if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you buy into all the propaganda that your political leaders are telling you. At the end of the day, both sides are full of shit. That's why I'm independent now. I don't fucking buy into any of that shit anymore. I used to be a Democrat for a long time, though. Okay, I don't think I want to save up here. Now there is a note up here, I think. I might be able to get. Yeah, I don't think I can get in here either because there's that barrier there and I can't get up there. I can get up there with the drone. So I think I'm stuck again in the game. So basically the way this game works is you go from one area of the map, get an item that allows you to access another area in another map. And it basically has you zigzagging back and forth from each area. Now, granted, to a certain extent, that's cool. That's kind of how Metroid was. But this is excessive. It's too much, and like I said, there's no teleportation, so you can't like be like, okay, I want to go back to that map so I can take a teleporter. That was not a good idea. Actually, I didn't do this. Let me try this. Nope. It's also interesting because you can't you could only go over there with the drone, but even if you got the drone, there's a pretty big map over there. So I can pull it up. So this area over here is what I can't get to because I can't get through that barrier. And I would have to get through it with the drone, but there's a whole area over here. Now there's a connection here, but he can't get through it either there. I already tried that too. And then this area up here I can't access because it's way up in the air and I can't get up there either. So I have no idea. And then we did I did get this lower area partially unlocked, but I couldn't get through the energy beams. Let's look up
Boy.
Yeah, well, there was a big part of the story in the stream I did before when YouTube went down. I hope that got saved, because that was a really good. It was one of the most key components of the story. It actually was getting really good. I don't want to tell you because it's kind of a spoiler if you haven't seen it all. Yes, there's bosses in this game. Sorry, and they've been fun, and they've been challenging. The first couple were pretty easy. The last two were, I wouldn't say like hard, but I don't know if I'd say easy either. Once you understand their weak points, yeah, it's easy. Maybe energy barrier. Okay, so here's a video. So there's two rooms that I've come across that have the energy barriers. Hold on. Okay, so it looks like you need some kind of blowtorch. So let's look up flamethrower, Axiom Verge flamethrower. Location of the flamethrower. Okay, so I'm getting help the second time, but I'm stuck and I've already wasted enough hours in this. What? Oh, well, I was able to get up there. Okay, I was able to get in there. I was able to go through there. Hold on a second. Okay, just making sure you can see this too. This room, I wasn't able to get any further in. Now, I've only got one code, so that could be part of the problem. So I was stuck here. I didn't know what to do with this. Oh, teleport. Wait a minute. I think I did try to teleport there. Let me go back. See, this is 3 bricks thick. And he teleported through that. I don't think I can teleport through that. But we need the flamethrower in order to get those energy fields, and I've already come across 2 barricades of energy fields I can't progress through, so got to get that flamethrower. So I guess I could try to go back and teleport through that wall like that guy just did. I don't think I can, because I think I tried through 3 bricks and it didn't want to let me. I'm hoping that it starts me good, so I don't have to go all the way back. So it saved me from earlier, so I don't have to go all the way back from that one spot. That's cool. Alright, so I'm not too far. Not on the other side of the damn world. I would have already been done with this game probably had it not been for all this zigzagging. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through there. I was able to get through two bricks, but not 3. See, this one is considered 3 bricks, and it's not letting me through. We'll try it and see what happens. I just hate going online looking for answers. You know, it's not that it's hard, it's just you need to give some breadcrumbs to the player. I hope I can teleport through there, because if I can't, then that means there's something else. Maybe I need another lab coat or something. I'm so glad I didn't save. That probably saved me about 20 minutes of map jumping. Maybe that's what I should do. When I save, I should save in the middle of the map. So that way, if I have to go from one side to the other, I can just maybe do that. I don't know. I think you were here when I went through this earlier. Man, I hope this works.
Boy!
I hope so. Nope, can't do it. I thought I had tried it. Yep, can't do it. So it means I need some kind of upgrade for that to be able to get through it like that guy did. Damn it. So I already got the main lab coat. Double tap and hold, pressing against the wall. So I already got that as well. My patience for this game has run out. I don't care at this point. This is just taking too goddamn long. Drone teleport and red coat. So the drone gets a teleport? Alright. Sucks. Okay, we were here already. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. He got to go below. Oh shit. There it is, Roman. There's okay, I don't need any more tips. This spot here, you can teleport down, and I can get through that with what I've got, and that unlocks this area here. All right, I don't need to see anymore. I don't want any more spoilers. All right, so we'll go do that. I don't know what's there, but something's there. I did try doing the scanner and I tried drilling, but you don't know that that's even a spot that you can teleport because it doesn't.
Boy.
See, that's not like an aha moment, like, oh, aha, I get it, that's awesome. No, that's terrible. That's not good game design. Not in my opinion. That just pisses me off because I've been there multiple times. Tried drilling, tried scanning, tried the drone. None of that shit. How the fuck are you supposed to know that you can teleport down through that shit? In fact, I even tried teleporting down in the center of the section. I couldn't do that either. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I can do this. I can start back from where I saved, which is in that same area. That way I don't have to run all the way back over there, even though it's fairly close. But I do have to go pretty far up. In fact, I have to go all the way up. I mean, in all honesty, when I play a game and I find something, like, you know, figure something out and I find it, it's like, it's nice, like, oh yeah, you know, like I said, that aha moment, it's the reward. That just pisses me off. Because I've been there so many fucking times. And I did try teleporting. I didn't teleport in that specific spot because it doesn't even look like something you can teleport through because it looks like a solid ground. So obviously, like I said, I couldn't teleport down, which I tried to do. But apparently, this right spot right here, it looks like solid ground. That doesn't look like something you could teleport through. And I could fucking teleport through that shit. That is so fucking annoying. And I don't even know if I can really do much here, because apparently the drone gets that teleport, and then you can like teleport to your drone or some shit. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? I was hoping it would be something with the fucking flamethrower or something. So we're still stuck.
Boy.
I was hoping it'd be like, you know, something to like progress forward. It's just more health. That. Ugh. All right, back to the video. So we already did this. It's a terrible video. Frame rate is awful. I already know about this. Oh, okay. He teleported to the drone. So I need whatever that ability is. I need that. So I'm gonna stop this because I don't want any more spoilers than I have to watch. The drone teleport. Teleports you to the location of your remote drone. Yes, that's what we need. But that still doesn't solve the problem of getting through that wall like that other guy did. Okay, it looks like he's showing a demo of it, but it'd be nice to know where the fuck it is. try drone teleport location. Let's see if you put in a... speed it up. Okay, I've already got the address bomb. What is this? I got the address. Okay, I've got that. Whoa, whoa, what the fuck was that? Bioflux. Hold up. That I don't have. Wait a minute, I have... Okay, so... I thought I have the Bioflex mutation already. Oh no, I have the Bioflux Accelerator. Oh. So that's what that is. So there's two of them? But I don't remember getting it from there. Maybe I did and I forgot. That's the one that I got. Yeah, wait a minute. I am so confused. Causes mutation at max health. Cause a mutation at max health. So there's two of them. I'm not exactly after that, but... And I know where that area is, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. And see, that's the thing, too, about this game. In order to get certain upgrades, you have to have certain upgrades. If you don't have that, like this right here, that's the teleporter I saw earlier. So. Hold on. That's the teleporter, but... Just slow down, 'cause I don't know where this is. So he's saying he's in this area here, which is let me go to my map. Which is Z. I've cleared out Z. Oh no, that's a different spot. Because on the map, that must be... Man, this is really frustrating. See, what I think is bad about game development like this is if you develop a game, players shouldn't have to be going online looking for clues like this. I mean, I've dumped, I don't know how many hours in this game already. And yes, I know I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but I'm not a dumbass either. This is just, it's ridiculous. I've already done that. You can teleport through that if you want. What is this? I got the enhanced drone launch. I've got that too. In fact, there's a secret area over here. Alright, I want to... I need to find this... Let's go back to this one again and see if it shows. I mean, it does show, but... Damn it. I don't recall being in any area that looks like this. And I've unlocked all the maps except for 2. But I'm stuck. I can't proceed forward anymore, so...
Boy!
Yeah, I looked... that was the one I was looking at before this video. It shows, like, the location, but it would be better if they showed the map in addition to the area. But this little map that they show up at the top isn't really, isn't very helpful. Okay, it's UKHU. Okay, I haven't been to that area yet. Yeah, this is an area I have not been to yet. So, let's go back to the map. So, this area here I've not been to. And this area over here, I have not been to. Drone teleport. It's unfortunate that this map is such a low resolution. Ah, there we go. That's much better. Alright, so... if we can look on here, we should be able to find the icon for the drone teleport. Okay, it's not over here, which is one of the areas I have not been able to unlock. Oh, does it? Well, this pink area, this is Kerr. I'm not. Hold on. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure because I've been there so many times. Yeah. So this pink area over here to the right is Kerr. But the drone teleport is not there.
Boy!
Oh, there it is. I found it. It's up here. I found it. It's actually it's Eden. That's where it is, but it's way at the top. And I don't know how I'd get up there because wait a minute. Okay, I know where to go. Well, I kind of know where to go. We'll find out in just a second. So we need to go. So basically, this map that I have pulled up on the screen now, it's in Eden, but it's in the. Let me see if I can pull up my. Okay, cool. So there's a little door passageway there where I've drawn. And as soon as I go up that, there's another area like up here, which is all part of this area or whatever. So let's try that and see. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. I was pretty sure it wasn't Kerr because I've been to Kerr so many times and I know that place so well now. It's just, in fact, I kind of hate that place. I've been there so much. It's like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to Kerr. Wait, can I drop? I think I can drop all the way down. But thank you for looking that up. I appreciate it. So I put in pull up my so I've done look at my past live streams. Alright, so I've done four live streams of Axiom Verge. I have 5.5 hours, 4:10, so that's close to 10 hours. Another 4:15, so we'll just say 14 hours. And then another hour and a half, which we kind of lost because the YouTube went down. So was that 15, 16? So 16 hours I put into the game before I finally broke and went online and started, because I consider this cheating, what I'm doing now. I don't like having to go online to have somebody guide me on how to play the damn game. I hate this. Can't tell you how much I hate this. But I've already dumped so many friggin' hours in this game. Like, I want to move on. Now, even though I know about that area that I'm supposed to go to, it doesn't mean I'm going to be able to get to it either. But we will try. I'll go ahead and save here. This is the same save spot as that I was in. Which is kind of center, close to center of the main map. I never had to do this with Metroid. every Metroid game I've ever played, I have never had to cheat and do this. Like I say, I consider this cheating. I've never had to do this with a Metroid game. And I'm wearing my Metroid shirt on too right now. Always gotta represent. Because I don't think you should have to do this for games like this. You know, you shouldn't have to resort to doing stuff like this. I think I can go this way, actually. That's another thing that's frustrating, why I've been running a second map, because you don't get a full scope map in this game. So I've been having to have a, like, to where I can look at the entire map. The green is really screwing with my green screen. I look like a cyborg. Alright, we're in Eden now. Okay, so we have to get to that, let's see. We have to get up there. I don't think I can get up there. We'll try it. Because I've been in here before, so there's... Maybe there's something I didn't try in order to get up there, so we'll try it. Oh, okay, it's way down here, so... Because if I was able to get up there, I would have gone through there, for sure. Ah, I can get through here because now I got the bomb. I didn't have that before. So it looks like we should be good. Open sesame. Cool. Alright, so now we should be able to get the teleporter for the drone. Go ahead and save. quick. Gotta go back. Oh, cool. Found another note. Okay. So it's like a hidden corridor. You would. Huh. Just checking the map. Get off me! Oh, I'd need the drone teleport to get over to that. I think there's a boss in here. These things suck. Hold on a second. Check something real quick. Oh, okay, I can jump up here. I saw the portal up. I just wanted to come back over here. Ah, I can't get through that either. Not yet, anyways. But drone. Okay, so it looks like there's a boss I gotta fight. Yep. Finally, we get to fight a boss. Now, these bosses are very cryptic. They usually have weak spots that you have to find, and it can be almost as frustrating as the maps, or as like finding these little things or whatever. Once you find it, they're usually pretty easy. They're not too bad. Cool, a boss. Yay, finally. So that sound effect means I'm not really doing any damage to it. Okay, finally got some damage to it. Crap. I wonder if I can do that. It's starting to turn red. And I'm almost dead. Oh shit, I'm dead. Okay, I think I could probably get it this next attempt. Because I already had them red. And I can use the bombs on the ads. Which is cool. Wondering. Just wondering if that's the best. I may need to try a different weapon. Need to look at the range on this. Range on that's gonna work too well. Still think this is the better way to go. Oh, there's energy. There we go. Got him. Cool. That was actually probably one of the easier bosses. There was the other two that I fought earlier were before this were much harder than that. Might be because I got all these weapons that I didn't have before. Alright. Give me that gem drone teleport.
Boy!
Yeah, this should be cool. I got my buttons remapped, so I gotta figure out which one's which. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is cool. But I still don't know how that's going to help me get through the wall, that one wall, because the drone can't go through there. It's still going to be helpful. Because that guy teleported through that wall. I don't know. I just thought of something that'd be kind of cool. Like I said, I don't know how many bosses are left, but it'd be cool if you're like in a boss fight and you want to get behind the boss and you throw it. That was a bomb. Let's hit the drone. You throw it and then you teleport like behind the boss or something like that. That would be really cool. I'd have to change up my button config to pull something like that off, but so now that I have that, it definitely opens up opportunities to get into other places, but remembering all the different places.
Boy!
Of course. Let's see. Okay, let me take a look at the map here. Okay, I see something that needs to be cleared. So that's what, ideally, that's why I like God of War, because it teaches you, starts you out small, teaching you just little mechanics. Horizon Zero Dawn does the same thing, where it teaches you certain mechanics, and then you build up mechanics, and then as you progress, as you get better, you start bringing all the mechanics together and working with them to overcome the bosses. Another thing that would be cool is if you were like using the grappling hook. Use the grappling hook, then teleport, and then like teleport. I don't know, just do weird shit. Oh crap! I need to change my weapon button because it's I have it set up on my right thumbstick, so as soon as I turn it, as soon as I release it, it automatically switches to that weapon. Works great, but the problem is I'm using the front face buttons because I'm not using my Pro Controller, because I prefer to use the D-pad. It just works better that way. But sometimes I hit the thumbstick when I hit one of the front face buttons, so that's why it keeps coming up. So I gotta like fix something like that. I just haven't messed with it.
Boy!
Okay. I believe I have that one. I have two. I got the white one, and then I got the upgrade, which allows you to teleport. But I don't know if there's a third that allows you to teleport through thicker walls, like that one wall that I've been curious about, like that guy did. So I don't know, because this is Z right here, and I've cleared all of Z. I don't think there's anything left in Z to find. Yeah, it looks like it's all cleared out. Okay, down and to the right. I'm wondering if there's a third upgrade for the lab coat that allows you to teleport through those thicker walls. Oh, crap. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, crap. Oh shit, I might die here. These things do a lot of damage. Yep, getting low on health. Oh, wrong button. Ah! Crap. No. There we go. Came up here because apparently there's a room up there. But I think I can heal over here. Yeah, just damn it. There's a room over here. It's like maybe it's a teleport. Distortion field. Oh, it's just another weapon. So basically there's a weapon. Wait a minute, is this... Maybe that's not the way. It may be back the other way. Give me 1 second. I just had like a really hard freeze there.